Hello students, hope you are enjoying the video. Now today we will see interconversion of three states of matter, three states of matter. Very easy. Already you people know very well. For example, suppose liquid, solid and gas. The three states of matter. When liquid changes into gas, what it is called? Vaporization. When gas changes into liquid, it is called condensation. When solid changes into liquid, it is called fusion, right? Or melting. When solid directly change into gas, it is called sublimation. And when gas directly changes into solid, it is called deposition. Make the correction, earlier it was sublimation, but now these days the changes are appear in the textbook. It is deposition. Three things: when liquid changes into gas, it is vaporization. When gas changes into liquid, it is condensation. When gas directly changes into solid without going to liquid, that is deposition. When solid directly changes into gases, it is sublimation. When solid changes into liquid, it is fusion. And when liquid changes into solid, it is solidification. Solidification. Clear? Now these are the interconversion. Why it is happening? You see, when we increase the temperature, when you increase temperature, what will happen? Suppose there is a utensils in which you kept the liquid. You increase the temperature by giving heat. What will happen? The molecules will move faster and randomly. So when you increase the temperature, kinetic energy of the particle will increase, isn't it? Then if the kinetic energy increase, then movement of the particle also increase. Movement of the particle will increase, and then what will happen? They will go away from each other. That means intermolecular intermolecular space between particles will also increase. Then what will happen? Then liquid can changes into the gas, right? So then solid will change into liquid, liquid will change into gas when we increase temperature, remember. And when we decrease the temperature, what will happen? The kinetic energy will decrease, movement of the particle will decrease, intermolecular space between particle will decrease, and then the changes will be vice versa. Means gases will be changed into the liquid and liquid will be changed into the solid. Now the next topic, conversion convert Celsius to Kelvin, right? Kelvin is also unit to measure the temperature. Celsius is also a unit to measure the temperature, but in laboratory we use Kelvin. Now if suppose the temperature is given in degree Celsius, 5 degrees Celsius, right? You've been asked to change 5 degrees Celsius into Kelvin. So simply nothing to do. What you need to do is add 273. So temperature in Kelvin will be temperature in Kelvin क्या हो जाएगा 5 plus 273 equal to 278 degree Kelvin. Right. Another example we will take. We can say suppose there's 37 degrees Celsius. Then what will be the temperature? Simply you need to add 37 plus 273 equal to how much it comes? 730,183 11 1 then 2 plus 1 3 Kelvin. So in this way we can change the temperature. 5 degrees Celsius will be 278 and 37 degrees Celsius will be 310 Kelvin. Why? Because 0 degrees Celsius equal to 273 Kelvin. Remember this. Another opposite question also we can do exercise. The first one is convert Celsius Kelvin to Celsius. कैसे convert करेंगे? For example, suppose 373 Kelvin पूछा गया है and how much it will come in Celsius. Simply nothing to do. What you need to do is minus 273. So 373 minus 273 equal to 100 degree Celsius. Similarly, suppose you have been asked convert in Celsius 550 Kelvin given, then what will happen? 550 minus 273, how much it comes? It will be 250 plus 27, 277, right? Celsius. So in this way you can change or convert temperature from one to another scale. Similarly, moving ahead, very important aspect now. The first one is, what is evaporation? Evaporation. What is it? When liquid changes into gas or vapor. When liquid changes into vapor at any temperature. At any temperature below its boiling point. Below its boiling point. Right? For example, you suppose you have a container, right, in which you have a water. Okay. And there is 44 degrees Celsius temperature, sunny day, kept the container outside. Then what will happen? Slowly the molecules from the surface will change into vapor, right? That means at 44 degrees Celsius, whatever the temperature at surrounding is enable that water molecules to change into vapor. So it's nothing, only the thing is when liquid change into the vapor at any temperature below its boiling point. What is the boiling point of water? Is 100 के नीचे जब भी लिक्विड वेपर में चेंज होगा वो क्या कहलाएगा? इवेपोरेशन, राइट? नाउ वी will learn about the factors. There are 4 factors. Number 1, surface area. Number 2, wind speed. Number 3, temperature. Number 4, surface area, humidity, right? Now surface area, if the surface area will increase, suppose there are two containers, you have one container is shaped like this, okay, in both container you have liquid, another container have a broadened surface, then in which container the surface, the evaporation will take faster in the broadened one. Why? Because when surface area increase, right, evaporation will also increase. Remember, when surface area increase, evaporation increase. Opposite, what will happen? When surface area decreases, evaporation will also decreases. The next thing will come temperature. If the temperature, the first one surface area, right, next one is temperature. What will happen when temperature increase? Obviously rate of evaporation will also increase. Opposite, when temperature decrease, evaporation will decrease. The third factor is humidity. Now what is humidity? What is humidity? Humidity is amount of water vapors present in our surrounding. Amount of water vapor present in our surrounding is referred as humidity. Now, if suppose in that case of container, the more water vapor is present around, then what will happen? What will happen? The rate of evaporation will decrease. So here we will write, if the percentage of humidity increase, the rate of evaporation will decrease. If the percentage of humidity decrease, the rate of evaporation will increase. Why? Because when humidity increase, what will happen? The amount of water vapor will be more. So already in the surrounding there are more water vapor, then evaporation also will be decreased. When the humidity decrease, that means there will be less amount of water vapor. So what will happen? The evaporation will increase. The next one is wind speed. Very important factor, wind speed. What will happen when wind speed increases? Wind speed increases, evaporation will also increases. Suppose in that case there are stormy winds. The winds is moving is like 50 kilometers per hour. Okay. Here in this case, and in this case, suppose the wind is moving 20 kilometers per hour. Then in which case the rate of evaporation will be more? In the case second. Why? Because when wind speed increase, what will happen? It also replace the water vapor from surrounding. The water vapor will also move along with the wind. So as soon as the water vapor will move, what will happen? More water will changes into the vapor. That means the rate of evaporation will increase. When the wind speed decrease, rate of evaporation will also decrease. So all four factors you can learn in the short form, like SWOT. Okay, SWOT you learn, and in the SWOT, this is surface area, this is wind speed, this is surface area, wind speed, temperature, and what is left? Humidity, H, right? So this you can learn, and H means humidity, T means temperature, W means wind speed, S means surface area, right? In all these factors, only H, right? H means humidity. When H increase, evaporation decrease. Other three factor as W, T, when they increase, the evaporation will also increase. Only humidity will be opposite factor. Clear hai? So there are many example in our surrounding. For example, you see one of the example is